Good afternoon, families. My name is Diane and welcome to Ask an ECE. Some of our families are wondering about how to help their child with transitions. So here are some tips to help your children move smoothly through transitions. Transitions or change. Some of us as adults might love change and really embrace it, but others might not like change and really have a hard time with it, and some of us might land somewhere in the middle. And for our little ones, maybe there are other factors that are contributing to our little ones' reactions to change. Maybe they're tired, hungry, not feeling well, maybe they're teething or experiencing growing pains, maybe a friend or sibling didn't share that toy with them. A lot of reasons why they are open or closed to accepting change or transitions. Sometimes for us adults, maybe it's just having that morning coffee or listening to that favorite song that helps us feel better about transitioning, and children are no different in needing tools to help with transitions. As adults, we have had many more experiences that have helped us figure out what we need to make our transitions easier, but children are still learning how to regulate their emotions and need our guidance to help them with that. Different kinds of transitions for children might be transitions between activities. For example, from having a snack to going outside, or from bath time to bedtime. Or transitions between multiple settings on the same day. For example, from home to daycare, from daycare to school, from home to grocery store, from home to park, from park to grocery store to home. This can create some challenges for transitions. Transitions take time. Children often spend a lot of time waiting. These things can make transitions feel stressful and frustrating. So how can we reduce these challenges about transitions to make it easier for our children? Before the transition, think about some strategies that might help. As infants, you can have those conversations as you move from activity to activity. Before you pick up baby, you're explaining what's going to be happening while you're carrying baby. As you talk about and explain what's happening during the transitions with your baby, you are already off to a great start. This provides babies with language and awareness of transitions throughout the day, as well as adding to their sense of security. As toddlers, you can provide guidance and assistance with cleaning up. This will help reduce transition times. You can make cleanup easier with only a few items needing to be put away. Only put out a few toys at a time, so that it makes for a much easier cleanup. You can provide verbal cues before the transition. For example, you can say to your child, 5 minutes until snack. It's almost time for cleanup. You can plan your day to include a minimum number of transitions throughout the day. For example, give your child enough time to finish activities or play with a toy. Give them the option to leave their activity or toys out if they're not quite finished. Then they can come back at a later time to complete. If you have more than one child and the children are different ages and at different stages of development and ability, you can minimize the number of transitions in which all siblings have to do the same thing at the same time. Maybe older siblings can start first and then help younger siblings, or they can take on a leadership role of one of the responsibilities that they like to do. Maybe younger siblings can go first, giving them more time that is needed to do the task. You can explain to your child in advance the expectations for the routine. I want you to put the blocks away in the basket and go wash your hands for snack. Keep simple instructions. So for example, with infants, you can give one words while you're modeling the action: away, wash. Then with toddlers, you can add 2 words: toys away, wash hands. Then adding on more words. For example, you can say first, put blocks away, then wash hands. With preschoolers, try adding 3 steps. First, put blocks away, then wash hands, then sit for snack. Before moving through the transitions, try some of our coffee and conversation ideas from Miss Nicole for deep breathing. Practice some of these suggestions focusing on relaxing and your breath. inhaling and exhaling. This will help with patience while helping your little one, and help your little one if they are feeling frustrated. During the transition, you can try out these deep breathing techniques. Young children are learning to self-regulate their emotions while they are growing and as they mature. So these techniques will help them to move through transitions easier with these tools. Now that your child has already practiced how to feel relaxed and what it's like to feel relaxed, you can try making some deep, taking some deep breaths in the moment of the transition. Some other things that helped when my own children were young: you can sing songs like If You're Happy and You Know It. You can try finger play songs with children, 5 little monkeys swinging in the tree. You can try clapping patterns and have your child copy the pattern back to you. You can recite rhymes. You can play guessing games. These games can help with numeracy and literacy skills as well, such as I spy something that is a circle, or I spy something red. Or you can play Simon Says touch your head, Simon Says touch your shoulders. You can plan something for your child while they're waiting, like looking at books or other items that might be of interest, or motivating to your child in transitioning. Just keep in mind something simple, so not to create yet another challenge. I found that little trinket toys worked great, and you can place a few books, or you can place these items in a basket for these times and then switch them up periodically so children don't get bored with the same items. So for example, in my basket I have a board book, and I have a little finger puppet. You can sing 5 little ducks, and I have a bean bag, and I have some sensory toys, a squishy ball, and a feather, and I have a quick little literacy activity. So I just used some metal lids from the frozen juice containers. I have uppercase A and lowercase a, and just a magnetic toy from the dollar store, so they can easily just match uppercase and lowercase. You can put a few letters in at a time. You don't have to put all the letters of the alphabet. So just a handful of books or trinket toys, something to help them with the waiting time. So transitions can be fun, teachable moments. And after the transition, let your child know that they are doing great. For example, when your child picks up the toys without prompting, tell them, "This shows me how well you're taking care of your things," or "I appreciate how much you're working independently." You can help promote independence during transitions by letting your child move individually from one area to the other when they complete their activity. For example, when they're finished snack, they tidy up and they go to play. You can teach your child that we help one another. So let them show you where the books go, or help wipe up the snack table. If there are siblings, you can teach them to help each other, and encourage your child to self-monitor during transitions. And you can do this by asking, "How quietly do you think you got ready?" Or "How quickly do you think you tidied up?" You can individualize strategies to provide support to your child during transitions by putting out photos of what the activity looks like to help your child anticipate what is coming next. So maybe a picture of snack time, the park, or daycare, whatever your day entails. And you can add sign language along with the verbal directions. So you can use more, finish, you can use play. Take time to observe. To really know what the challenges are with the transitions, the first thing you're going to want to do is just take a step back and observe what is happening around you. You might think that you already know, but you might be surprised after watching after a few days what you might have missed. And also think about adjusting your setup. So to help transitions run more smoothly, think of changing some simple things like making sure the paper towels and the trash can are accessible within reach. Maybe think about the proximity close to the sink. maybe placing their items to go outside, like shoes and eventually mittens, in the basket down low so that they are within reach and they can help themselves. Think of changing bigger things like play spaces and organizing toys in a way that makes it visually easier at cleanup time. Think about where they are getting dressed to put on their coat and their shoes. They might need more room. Giving them more room may help, especially when eventually putting on snow pants and boots. I know it doesn't seem like it with this beautiful weather that we're having right now, but eventually that time will come. And also, while transitioning from one activity to another or from one place to another, there are many ways to make the process flow more naturally, which may help for smooth transitions. So we would love to hear your transition ideas. Please add to the comments below. If you would like to try more sign language with your child, I will put the link in the comments below. These are some simple one-word beginning signs. And thank you for joining me today. Please join our parent support worker, Miss Nicole, Wednesdays for coffee and conversations at 9 a.m. live on Facebook. And bye for now.